What's the cruelest nickname your mother gave you? My mother had this party trick she'd do at family dinners. Right after grace, before anyone could eat, she'd tap her wine glass and say, "Let's all be grateful for my 3 successful children." Then she'd pause, look directly at me, and add, "And my disappointment child, who's here too." The first time she did it, I was 22. I just graduated with a chemistry degree. My cousin asked what was disappointing about that. Mom smiled sweetly. Well, her sister's at Harvard Law. It became her signature move. Every birthday, every holiday, every family gathering. Thanksgiving 2018. My disappointment child finally has a job. It's not medicine or law, but at least she's off my couch. Christmas 2019. Maybe next year my disappointment child will bring someone home. Though who'd date her? My brother's wedding 2020. During her toast, she said, "I'm so proud to have raised 3 children who exceeded my expectations." She lifted her glass toward my siblings, then turned to me, and one who taught me to lower them. 200 guests laughed. I smiled and sipped my champagne like it didn't feel like swallowing glass. My sister Sarah pulled me aside once. "You know she doesn't mean it. Then why does she keep saying it? It's just her humor. When's the last time she made you the punchline?" Sarah didn't answer. Here's what none of them knew. Every disappointment child comment made me work harder. Not for her approval, I'd given up on that, but for my own security. While mom spent money on marble countertops and designer bags to impress her book club, I was living in a studio apartment, saving 60% of my income. While she renovated her kitchen for the 3rd time, I was building an investment portfolio. The call came on a Tuesday, 11:47 p.m. I knew something was wrong. Mom never called after her 2nd glass of wine and her shows. "I need to talk to you." Her voice was different. No honey-coated venom, just hollow. "What happened?" "The house. The bank's taking the house." I sat up. The house was everything to her. The status symbol. The backdrop for her dinner parties was where she could display her successful children and mock her disappointing ones. "I need $30,000, she said, "just to catch up on the mortgage. I'll pay you back." Ask Sarah. She's the Harvard lawyer. Sarah has student loans. Ask Michael. He's the investment banker. Michael just had twins. He can't. Ask David. He's your golden boy. David's money is tied up in his startup. I let the silence stretch until it hurt. "So you're asking your disappointment child." She actually laughed. A bitter, broken sound. "You're the only one who actually has money. This isn't the time." "When, Mom? When is the time? After you've humiliated me at another dinner? After you've told another room full of people that I'm your failure? I need this money or I lose everything." You know what you said at Easter? In front of 40 people? You said, "My disappointment child is like a participation trophy. You don't want it, but you're stuck with it." Silence. "Please." She was crying now. "Please, I'm begging you. Remember Dad's funeral? You introduced me to his colleagues as the one who didn't quite make it. At his funeral, Mom, I was grieving and you still couldn't resist. I'll apologize. Publicly. At Thanksgiving. There won't be a Thanksgiving. Not in that house. You're really going to let me lose my home over some stupid jokes?" She said, "Stupid jokes? You made me the family joke for 15 years. You trained everyone to see me as less than. You did it so consistently that my own nephews call me Aunt Disappointment because they think it's my nickname." I heard her sharp intake of breath. She hadn't known about that. $30,000, I said slowly. "I have it. I could write that check tonight, but I won't. Because you're right, Mom. I am your disappointment. I'm the child who's disappointing you right now by not saving you from yourself. You vindictive little..." I hung up. She lost the house 3 months later, moved into a 2-bedroom apartment near the highway. The book club friends stopped calling. The dinner parties ended. At Thanksgiving that year, hosted at Sarah's cramped condo, Mom sat at the foot of the table instead of the head. When Sarah raised her glass for a toast, Mom stayed silent. Halfway through dinner, my 5-year-old nephew tugged my sleeve. "Aunt Disappointment, can you pass the rolls?" The table went silent. Everyone looked at Mom, waiting for her to make her usual joke, to reclaim her routine. Instead, she stared at her plate while her grandson called me by the name she'd made my identity. "My name is Aunt Rachel," I told him gently, "and yes, I can pass the rolls." Later, Sarah cornered me in the kitchen. "You could have helped her." I could have, but why would I? She spent 15 years making sure everyone knew I was worthless. Turns out she was wrong. She's our mother. She's your mother. Mine was the woman who stood in front of crowds and called me a disappointment. That person doesn't exist anymore. She can't afford to.